Dr. Seeger had already established an impressive career in his native Germany before coming to the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead in 1985. Since then, he has elevated the dining room there to landmark status. It was cited in the Gourmet Readers' Poll as third overall in Atlanta. Here is his appetizer, a white asparagus charlotte.
The white asparagus is very well known in Europe, and you also have it in America. White asparagus has a thicker skin than green asparagus, and so you have to peel it much bigger, much nicer than green asparagus. And there is a special peeler for that, and you take it in your hand and you go all the way around. So you want to, when you cook the white asparagus, you want to have it hold together, and I take a string for that. And you go twice around here and twice around on the other side. And then we tie it together. Cut the ends off. Salted water. Little lemon juice. It takes about 7-8 minutes to cook. You don't want to cook it too soft.
After 8 minutes, the cooking is stopped by plunging the asparagus into ice water. Then 2-inch sections are cut. The tip portion will be used as is, and the rest of the stalk is diced for a salad.
Okay, now we're making the salad. We're cutting the ends very fine. You don't want to take the very ends of it because they're very tough. We mix the salad with some tomato concasse.
The word concasse describes a rough-cut product.
Some chopped chervil. And I have an egg here. We're going to take the egg white first, and we keep that yellow here. That's going to be scraped through this tammy here.
Here's an example, of which there are many, of how a food processor has opened culinary vistas for the home cook.
Some of that we put right in the salad here. Then we take the yellow. And the yellow is going to be for the garnish later.
The salad was seasoned with salt and pepper.
Lemon juice. Very good olive oil. This one here is from Umbria. And we mix that good.
The charlotte is assembled in a piece of PVC.
And we marinate them in a little olive oil also. Just a touch salt. Also a little lemon juice. We mix it. And the salad goes in the middle here. And you have to push it down a little bit. Then we take the blanched chive. And we tie it around. And then we lift this whole thing up here. We garnish with a little sherbet. And some of the egg yolk.
Never seen you looking so lovely as you did.
Any room, just $24.75. This recessed fixture is only $29.88. Give any room a new look with a fresh coat of Glidden paint. Spread set and dries to a velvety flat finish that resists dirt and smudges. Just $6.99 a gallon. Beautify your home with big savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Time to call for carpet. It's our sweetheart sale.
It's Empire's Sweetheart Carpet Sale. 50% off all our no mat, no crush stain-resistant carpets installed next day with no payments till next year. That's a sweet deal. And your last chance for a free Wilson basketball. 50% off and no payments till Valentine's Day.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Steve Schaefer got his first restaurant job at 14. He has ascended through the Ritz-Carlton organization to his current position as Executive Chef, Food and Beverage Director at the lush Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island in Florida. His entree is roasted game hen filled with goat cheese and spinach and served with stewed Vidalia onions.
What we have is a Cornish game hen. It's a hybrid of the rock and the Cornish chicken. Average is about 2.5 pounds, and one bird is appropriate for one portion.
The leg quarter meat will be part of the stuffing. It is cooked in the classic confit method.
Our confit takes a while to cook, so planning ahead on this dish, it's going to take about 5 hours to cook at a 200-degree oven. So we want to cook this, you can cook it the day ahead. You can actually cook it a couple days ahead because it holds very well. For the confit itself, we're using a mixture of 1.5 cups of olive oil and 1.5 cups of duck fat, rendered duck fat. We're going to garnish and season this with just a little bit of garlic and thyme. What you want to do is just cover it to keep the temperatures even inside there. And we're going to place it in a 200-degree oven for about 5 hours.
The cooked leg and thigh meat is pulled from the bone and rough chopped, leading to the assembly of the stuffing. Another element is fresh spinach, wilted with a little garlic and shallot in olive oil. It is also rough chopped.
We'll mix that with about 4 ounces of goat cheese.
Stuffing goes under the skin of the breast.
Take about 1 tablespoon of filling and place it underneath the skin and just pat it down. We add a little bit of chicken stock. And just a little bit of olive oil on top of the breast.
Roast at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. One of the accompaniments is sliced Vidalia onion stewed in olive oil.
You want the onions to cook down slowly so they almost come to a stage where they start to melt. And just brown a little bit.
Another is apple ginger pecan butter. Granny Smith apples stewed in apple cider with brown sugar, diced ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
The apples are reducing nicely.
After the apples have cooked down, they are pulsed briefly in a food processor. Then chopped pecans are added.
Just roughly chopped. It adds a nice crunch and nuttiness to the dish.
Red wine vinegar and sugar provide a sauce for the stewed onions.
We're going to add a little red wine vinegar. And a little bit of sugar. About a tablespoon of sugar.
Finally, a vinaigrette with diced apples, diced red onion, lemon juice, apple cider, and olive oil. Cooked cherry tomato slices will also garnish.
So what we'll do is take some of our stewed onions. Some apple butter. We'll take our game hen, place it right on the top. Take a little bit of the juice from the pan over the game hen. A little bit of our apple cider vinaigrette. And a couple of our tomatoes. And that completes the dish.
Flight 1 to Cancun has been delayed.
Oh, the headache of travel. And for headaches, doctors recommend Tylenol more than Advil, Bayer, and Excedrin combined. Feeling better now? Tylenol. Take comfort in our strength.
Wow, they scarfed down enough to choke a moose.
Yeah, and tip me a lousy $1. Thanks for nothing.
Keep your hairnet on. You can get a 20-minute phone call for under $1.
You gotta stop drinking at breakfast.
He's talking about 10-10-220. Dial it and you can yak up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents. All day, every day.
You are a flapjack flipping genius, Slappy.
Say I talk over 20 minutes, big shot, huh?
It's only 10 cents each extra minute.
I guess the dollar does go a long way.
It's not a bad tip. Is it gyro or gyro?
Never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight.
Smart Ones from Weight Watchers in the red box. Delicious recipes like angel hair pasta and a rich tomato basil sauce. Make red your color with Smart Ones.
Hi, I'm Gary Collins, and this is my wife, Marianne. And we have a very important question for you. Do you often toss and turn at night? Does your back ache in the morning? Well, Marianne and I are sleeping better than ever thanks to Select Comfort, the breakthrough that lets you literally sleep on air. Unlike ordinary mattresses, with Select Comfort you can adjust the firmness on each side of the bed, from feather soft to extra firm, all at the touch of a button. No metal coil pressure points, no waterbed sagging, simply a cushion of air to gently contour to your body and support your spine. Call now and we'll rush you this free Select Comfort video and brochure showing how you can fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and wake up feeling energized.
We know you're going to love waking up to Select Comfort. We do.
Call 1-800-336-8500 for your free video and brochure, including our in-home 90-night trial offer and money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-336-8500.
Discover the difference of great chefs of the world. Discover the joys of culinary creation and delight in the delicacies of the day, because daytime adds flavor to whatever you do. Great Chefs of the World is coming up next, only on the Discovery Channel. Every weeknight, you're going on the inside. And nobody takes you there like the Discovery Channel. Tonight, a notorious double agent.
I gathered up all that I had.
The highest paid spy in history. Until he got caught.
The information that I had was a gold mine, the keys to the kingdom.
The world of the real 007 as Spy Week continues on the inside. Tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Dessert this time is prepared at the well-known Peabody Hotel in Memphis. The executive chef is dapper Frenchman José Gutierrez, and he offers hotel diners a decidedly upscale menu from the Chez Philippe. He has effectively melded classic technique with Southern tradition. Here is an unusual lemon cheesecake.
So what you have to do is to take the cream cheese out of the cooler for a few hours before, like that it will get nice and soft. Try to mix those very, very well, and if you have electric mixer, that probably would be much easier.
This is 2.5 pounds of cream cheese and 10 ounces of sugar.
It should be nice and creamy and very, very soft, so electric mix is probably the best way to do it. Then when everything is mixed very, very well, just put 7 eggs and 5 egg yolks. And I'm going to put at the same time 2 ounces of lemon juice, vanilla extract, and lemon zest as well. Now, if you do an electric mixer and you can put the eggs one by one, it would be much easier. It looks like it's a lot of eggs, but then again it's going to be a lot of cheesecake too.
After incorporation, whipped cream is added.
And I'm going to put the whipped cream is being whipped just a bit, and we're going to fold everything inside.
Using an interesting baking method, the crust for the cheesecake is spread on a greased baking sheet.
We've got a mixture of almonds, hazelnut, sugar, and butter. We have a 6 ounces of each. What you have to do is grind everything in the food processor, all the almonds and the hazelnuts with the sugar. And when it's nice and thin, just put in the melted butter. So what we're going to do here is to spread everything. And you're going to make sure that it's a very thin layers You don't want to be too thick. You want to give room to the cheesecake mainly. This is just for flavor.
There's a sheet of parchment paper on the pan.
Now we're going to pour everything in there. See how nice and creamy that is? You almost have the same texture than shaving cream. Now we're going to bake this one here in the oven at 250 degrees for at least 18 minutes. Of course, the time is depending of the temperature and your own oven. What you want to do is to be cooked without giving too much color on the top. Okay? You can cook it straight up or you can cook in the water bath, one or the other.
Garnish includes shredded sweet potato.
What you end up with is just some spaghettis. Now, what we're going to do with those is we're going to take like that much per person, put in the sugar, and deep fry them. You have to deep fry those in peanut oil and very low temperature. You don't want them to burn, you want them just to be flat and stay together. Little potato look like a potato lace. See how beautiful they are?
The finished cheesecake is cut for presentation.
What we do for that is cut it with a small cutter. Just go straight ahead.
A serving contains 3 cheesecake rounds. A sauce contains lemon and orange juice, sugar, and a little cornstarch.
And it's not the quantity that we're going to put in there, but just to give it some extra flavor.
Using the torch, the chef caramelizes sugar on top of the cheesecake.
So the first slice is going to the bottom, and then so the first one go on top. Then we're going to go for the second one. And what I like about this dessert is the simplicity of it, and you have to leave it just the way it is and serve it just like that. Et voilà.
Coming up, award-winning and world-renowned chefs come together to cook up your favorites on Great Chefs of the World. Then it's the ultimate do-it-yourself show, professional home repair made easy on Gimme Shelter, coming up. Tonight, meet the real 007 agents of our world. What's it really take on the inside? Then the perfect combination, creating the chemistry of attraction on Discover Magazine. And they were both history and time's most respected. The Great Train Stations, tonight.
Welcome to Great Chefs of the World, a culinary survey featuring premier chefs from around the globe.
The starter takes us to Punta del Este, Uruguay's vacation Gold Coast. Jean-Paul Bondu at his elegant La Bourgogne restaurant prepares steamed squash blossoms. Then the insuppressible Sam Choi provides an entree that bespeaks his love for his native Hawaii. It includes mahi-mahi, crusted with crushed macadamia nuts and served with crab bisque. Finally, dessert is offered by Chef Stefan Herze at the Imperial Hotel in Vienna, Austria. It reverberates with the Viennese love of sweets, combining farmer's cheese with breadcrumbs and a custard mixture.
Explore your world.
Daytime. They've got the scoop on everything.
With interior decorating, recreation ideas, health tips, hobbies, home repair,
Gourmet food.
See for yourself.
It's not one thing.
It's everything.
Where do I start? Daytime on the Discovery Channel.
From now on, every night would be wild, filled with endless variety. Tonight, he promised new roasted garlic. Tomorrow, who knows? Broccoli au gratin, chicken and vegetable. Only Uncle Ben's could satisfy his appetite and mine. 15 ways to stir up some passion with Uncle Ben's.
If this is you, communications has finally caught up with the way you live. Introducing AT&T Personal Network. All the ways you want to communicate in one network with the same low rate of 10 cents a minute on your calls, even wireless. One bill, one number to call for more personalized service. Just call 1-800-4ATT now or visit our website. AT&T Personal Network. It could change forever the way you communicate. Call 1-800-4ATT now.
I feel I've been lost. You were my true north.
You wish it was addressed to Dear Teresa.
Any girl would want to be loved like that. I think we should trace these letters. You got them, Teresa. Now go knock on his door.
You want to step aboard?
The perfect movie for Valentine's Day.
Choose between yesterday and tomorrow.
Kevin Costner, Robin Wright Penn, and Paul Newman. Message in a Bottle. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 12th at a theater near you.
Up next, do-it-yourself experts teach you how to on a budget on Gimme Shelter. Then it's the biggest investment of your life. Make it beautiful with Michael Holligan on your new house. And save time and money by doing simple home repairs yourself on Fix-It Line. Weekdays on the Discovery Channel.
On the outside of La Bourgogne is a serious award from the French government. Inside, Chef Jean-Paul Bondu, who is about as French as you can get, trumpets the meat of Uruguay, which he declares unequivocally is the best in the world. His appetizer is a little lighter, stuffed squash blossoms. The chef is using both zucchini and patty pan squash for this dish. Squash blossoms are very perishable and will hold no longer than a day before wilting. The chef removes the pistils before proceeding.
Très important, enlever le pistil qui est à l'intérieur. Il y a un pistil qui est dans la fleur, délicatement enlevé. On doit le casser et l'enlever, c'est très important. Très important de préparer ce plat sans le pistil. C'est très délicat, l'opération est très délicate. Parce qu'on peut casser la fleur. Il faut le casser délicatement avec le doigt. J'ai une face à base de suprême de volaille. Ah, il voit rien, oui.
The filling is a mousse that started by processing chicken breast pieces.
Ah, c'est bon. Avec sel.
Salt.
Un peu de poivre, on fait le couleur. Poivre.
Pepper.
peu de poudre d'olive.
This is chopped dried black olives.
On attend pour les œufs un peu, non? On les met dans les œufs?
Non, vraiment.
On attend un peu, hein. On mixe le blanc de volaille avec sel, poivre et poudre d'olive.
2 whole eggs are added, with a short lecture between additions.
Un détail important. Quand on incorpore un œuf à une farce, il faut mieux, sans le sentir, si on ne peut pas le sentir, le casser à part, au cas où l'œuf est mauvais, et on l'incorpore dedans. On fait ça, voilà.
Heavy cream is added. Chopped parsley is added after the mousse is processed.
Incorporation du basilic frais ciselé à la farce.
The chicken mixture is piped into the blossoms.
Ça consiste à farcir la fleur de la farce. La farce que nous avons fait au mixeur, nous l'avons passée dans une poche.
The prepared squash will be steamed over 1 to 2 inches of boiling water. They're cooked covered about 4 minutes. The cooking time depends upon the thickness of the squash. Sauce includes chopped black olives, diced tomato, and parsley, warmed in a little olive oil.
Les courgettes ont été cuites à la vapeur pendant 5 minutes. Nous allons préparer.
The steamed blossoms are halved for presentation.
Fait en deux. C'est sur assiette. L'opération consiste à couper la fleur et le légume sans casser la fleur.
Chopped parsley is added to the tomato and black olive sauce just before presentation.
Comment?
A sprinkling of dried black olives garnishes.
Attention please. Flight 141 to Cancun has been delayed.
Oh, the hassle of travel. It's enough to give anyone a headache.
What's with him?
Doesn't want to go to Cancun.
Why can't we just Look, buddy, she's got a bad headache.
And for headaches, doctors recommend Tylenol more than Advil, Bayer, and Excedrin combined. Feeling better now?
Going to Cancun?
Tylenol. Take comfort in our strength.
So let's get started now, Heather. To camera and tell us about you.
I live at the beach with Henry. That's my dog. Dog, Henry, lab. Do you need me to smile?
Yeah.
Great friends. Good job. Out of control shoe fetish. Books and lots of movies.
Sounds like you have a pretty good life.
Thanks. Thank you.
So what kind of man are you looking for?
Heather?
Fridays at 4:30 Eastern and Pacific. Prepare your palate for a well-seasoned sampling of taste sensations. Enjoy a gourmet meal on us. It's Epicurious. Fridays at 4:30 Eastern and Pacific. Only on the Discovery Channel. Bon appetit.
If you're thinking of tile, think Century Tile. Century Tile is Chicagoland's tile expert for over 50 years. We feature Chicagoland's largest selection of over 10,000 styles of quality flooring. Our expert staff will help you choose the tile that suits your home and your lifestyle. And we offer the highest quality brand name tile at prices near wholesale to you every day. If you're thinking of tile, think Century Tile.
Now at Century Tile, save on Armstrong Tradition sheet vinyl flooring. These fashionable geometric pattern floors come with a 10-year warranty. Traditions by Armstrong's durable wear layer retains its like-new look for years. Save on Armstrong Traditions today at Century Tile.
CNN Newsstand, the new television news magazine created in the style of your favorite magazines. Thursdays, Judd Rose and Willow Bay bring you CNN and Entertainment Weekly. Come to the CNN Newsstand, where America's best magazines come to life.
Brought to you by Ameritech. In a world of technology, people make the difference.
The entree comes from Sam Choi's Diner on the Big Island, Hawaii. It's crusted mahi-mahi, a dolphin. That fish, by the way, is not this, which is a mammal and a lot cuter than the finfish, which nevertheless is very tasty. Parenthetically, servings at Chef Choi's are this big.
Okay, I'm going to be doing a crusted mahi-mahi with macadamia nuts that is grown here locally. And of course, mahi-mahi is a great fish here in the islands. It's a dolphin fish, but it's not a dolphin family. It's just called a dolphin fish. It's very popular. We catch it right here locally in the waters, like about 2 miles out at the bay right here. And it's one of our good sellers here in the restaurant. And what I'm going to be doing is doing a little thing called crusted mahi-mahi with a interesting dish here called Hawaiian spinach. It's called the luau leaves, the tops. Very interesting, with coconut milk and creams. I'm going to just season the fish lightly here. Take the fillets here, season it. And you do it like a normal breading process. You go from season it to a little flour, and dust it off just a little bit. Just like you were to do it at home to do, your fried chicken. Anyway, and then from here you go right into the crusted macadamia nuts to form the crusting here. I like to pat it down to get it nice and crusted. Okay? And from here, we'll just leave it right on the plate there. Do the same thing here. Little eggs. And, you don't have to use eggs, but, because everybody's watching their health this year, So you kind of have to eat light and think light. Okay, same thing here. Put another fillet there. Okay, we got our mahi-mahi. He's almost done here. It's a great fish. It's very moist. It's not strong. It has a real nice texture, and it's really, really easy to work with. It's a lot of fillets. You got a lot of yield on there. So if you're at home and you want to try this dish, you could use salmon if you don't have mahi-mahi or other, white fishes at home. Okay, that one there is done. Now, I'm going to do the sauce for this, which is pretty interesting. We take, like our butter here, add it to our saute pan. Okay. I'm going to just let the mahi-mahi set aside here for a little bit, because that goes real quick. You don't want to ever overcook the mahi-mahi. Okay, at the same time here, I'm going to add some sweet Maui onions or sweet onions. You can get Walla Walla sweets or any kind of Texas sweets. They're all great. They're all great onions. I like to put a lot. So, when you read the recipe, you can add a little more if you like onions. I do. Okay, all we're going to do is just sweat the onions so that it's not like you're doing French onion soup or anything. All you do is just get it where it's transparent. Okay? This is a real interesting sauce. It's a real ancient, traditional sauce. Of course, with butters and Teflon pans and things like that. No, you don't have that anymore. But, you don't use it like how they used to cook it. But I like to just sweat the butter and sweat the onions in the butter. Sorry about that. That's pretty interesting, but hey, you know. Okay, you got that going. It's almost done here. Then I like to add the cream. This is a combination of heavy cream and coconut milk. Okay, so it's not like, you know, we're adding heavy cream and heavy cream only. We're adding a little coconut milk to it. Okay, right at this stage here, I want to add the Hawaiian spinach. And look at the color as it dissolves in here. You can see the color just formulating to a beautiful green, you know, and the flavors are just unbelievable. Okay, so as you can see, the steps are very easy. We're almost done here. I want to just, I know you do that at home, but you know, here I like to keep it clean. Okay, I want to just adjust it with a little salt and pepper. Okay, not too much. Beautiful. Okay, then I'm going to add a little crab meat to it. You could use lump crab meat, or we're using Dungeness crab here, but you could use, like, you know, any kind of crab meat you can find available. Okay, I'm going to set this aside here. If it thickens up like this, we're going to add just a little more cream. Okay. But see how the color just gets really nice and green, and the flavor is just unbelievable. Okay, this guy's ready. We'll just set this aside here. Now I'm going to add the sauteed vegetables to complete the dish, along with cooking the fish. Okay. Taking our fillets here. Is that right there, right? The fish there. You want to crust it so it's nice and golden brown. The thing about this fish here, you don't have to cook it too long. And any kind of seafood, you never want to overcook. I have bean sprouts, onions, celery, carrots, shiitake mushrooms, and regular button mushrooms. And it's basically what you can find in your house, you know, to generate a, you know, a summer vegetable stir fry, which is some of this, some of that, and, you know, just do whatever you have there. I like to cook with a lot of color, you know, because I think the eye appeal has a lot to do with setting off the initial taste buds to accept what you're eating, you know. That's important. Beautiful. You see the darkness of the macadamia nuts, which has sugar, goes off real quick. It browns it up real quick. This little seasoning here. Okay, we're ready to put it together. And, you know, it's like anything else, you know. If you're going to overcook fish, you might as well open up a can of tuna. You know, it's got to be just right, you know.
More cream is added to the spinach.
What I got here is an Okinawan sweet potato, which is a purple sweet potato. And basically you can use yams or just regular, mashed potatoes, and garlic potatoes are great too. But I like to just kind of like dab this right in the middle of the plate. Pretty much what's happening today in food. A lot of height, a lot of color, a lot of different angles. And then of course take our vegetables, kind of like just put it right on top of that to make this dish here, healthy, of course without the oil. And then take our sauce here and kind of like just go right around the plate here. It's a real interesting sauce. It's heavy. It does real heavy. When you eat it, it's very light. Okay? Because the spinach leaves that makes it that texture. Okay? Put our crusted mahi-mahi right on top of that. See, anybody can do this at home, Garnish it with some local grown cilantro. And of course, just some black walnut seeds.
Plaque. Everyone has it. The Braun Oral-B 3D plaque remover. Everyone needs it. Only our advanced 3D technology allows it to pulsate rapidly so it penetrates deeply to remove plaque better than ever before. The Braun Oral-B 3D plaque remover. Possibly the world's best toothbrush. Get a handle on your family's oral health. Better yet, get two. Now, when you buy a Braun Oral-B plaque remover, get a second handle free.
My girlfriend back home wants to talk.
Uh-oh. Oh, hey, call her Saturday, man. It's cheaper.
Oh, actually, you can get all your calls for under $1 any day.
Really?
How?
Dial 10-10-220. You can talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents.
99 cents? Hey, that's cheaper than your clip-on nose ring.
What if we talk over 20 minutes?
It's just 10 cents a minute after that.
So 10-10-220 is cheap every day?
Oh, yeah. If I had a phone, I'd use it.
Dial 10-10-220.
8,000 mutual funds. And everybody's looking for a winner. But chasing the latest hot fund won't get you anywhere. To pick a mutual fund, find out how they pick their stocks. At Janus, they pick stocks one at a time. They investigate companies like nobody else and invest in the most promising ones. That's how you get there. Janus Mutual Funds.
Every weeknight, you're going on the inside. And nobody takes you there like the Discovery Channel. Tonight, a notorious double agent.
I gathered up all that I had.
The highest paid spy in history. Until he got caught.
The information that I had was a gold mine. The keys to the kingdom.
The world of the real 007 as Spy Week continues on the inside. Tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Viennese cooking has, over the centuries, borrowed heavily from Moravia and Bohemia. The method for cooking cheese dumplings by Stefan Herze is a very good example. It varies from the Czech original, with the Viennese touch of rolling in buttered crumbs. Here are sweet cheese dumplings.
Knödel mit Bärenmark verwenden wir Weißbrotbrösel.
Farmer's cheese is added to trimmed and cubed bread. Ricotta could be substituted for the farmer's cheese.
Ein Topfen. Das ist Ricotta ähnlich für unsere amerikanischen Gäste. So umgespritzte Zitronenzeste, ganz leicht abreiben. Und etwas Orange. Stangerl.
Vanilla essence is scraped from the bean and added to the bread and cheese.
Mark herausgekratzt. Geben wir ein Ei dazu.
Egg and granulated sugar are added.
Und Zucker.
The cheese mixture is allowed to sit after blending. Powdered sugar and a combination of strawberries and raspberries are blended into a coulis for presentation. The serving plate is decorated by piping warm chocolate into a design.
Nehmen einfach Schokolade in eine Papiertülle, leicht angewärmt, dass es sich spritzt. So, und dann wir Knödel formen.
The dough is shaped into balls and placed in boiling water for about 5 minutes.
Wenn man besonders geschmackvolle Knödel bekommen möchte, dann kann man auch einen kleinen Schuss Rum.
Rum is added to the water for flavor, and Chef Herzer adds for the entertainment of the chef.
Jetzt etwas lustiger beim Kochen, wenn der Dampf aufsteigt. In der Zwischenzeit kann man eine kleine Garnitur hier vorbereiten.
The plate is garnished with mixed berries. And the coulis is distributed into the chocolate circles.
Solange die Knödel im Wasser ziehen, machen wir die Butterbrösel im
Breadcrumbs are sautéed in butter.
Butter aufschäumen lassen. Brösel dazu.
Sugar is added immediately before rolling the dumplings in the breadcrumbs.
Und die Knödel rausnehmen und einmal in der Pfanne durchschwenken. Zucker drüber.
Coming up, it's the ultimate do-it-yourself show. Professional home repair made easy on Gimme Shelter. Then from improving your credit to building a home office, Michael Holligan helps put it all together on your new house. Coming up. Weekdays at 6, get some expert advice on building or buying a house. With features on mortgage management and home maintenance, host Michael Holligan offers advice that takes the anxiety out of buying your new house. Your New House, weekdays at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Today's Gimme Shelter is looking up. Chandeliers, speakers, and ceiling fans get the once-over.
There are lots of ways to change the look of your front door. We'll show you one of them.
A spectacular wall of windows, but on a golf course? All this next on Gimme Shelter. Hello there, everybody, and welcome once again to Gimme Shelter. I'm Harvey, and today we're going to be doing things just a little bit differently. And to explain what we're all about today, we have only to look up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Robin Kipp. Now, all the projects on today's Gimme Shelter take place above us. We'll show you how a keystone adds a classic look to a front entrance. We'll also be trimming dozens of windows. It's a job that can make many windows look like one large unit.
Now, in keeping with our theme, we're also installing a ceiling fan down in the game room, and we're putting up an enormous 25-light chandelier in this magnificent family.